My role is Sandra, or Sandy, and I would describe her as hopeful, youthful. Um, I think she wants to see the best in people and in humanity in general. I don't know, despite what her circumstances have been, which I think it was another thing that really drew me to the character and I think is really admirable. Sandra, when we first meet her, is in a bookshop. Um, and she is very light and inviting, very friendly, kind of the person that you think you can just walk up and talk to on the street. Very smart, intelligent. She meets Tom in this bookstore looking for a gift for her professor. She's a student at NYU. And it's the beginning of Tom and Sandra's relationship in that bookshop. There's a kind of a connection there that we see start to sprout in that bookshop. Story of Sharper is it's a multifaceted story that spans many different types of New York. I think we get to see Queens and we get to see kind of the upper elite of Manhattan, and it's a story of family and both the ones we're given and that we don't choose, and then the ones that we create for ourselves. And I think it's a story of self-realization too, and self-creation. And it's a story about stories too, like the stories that we tell ourselves and the stories that we tell everyone else about ourselves, about the world around us. It shows how we're all telling stories all the time. Justice is great. He is very playful and loose on set, which is always a fun creative energy to be around and a collaborative energy. He's always thinking back to other parts of the film and how one is influencing the other, and how it can be more cohesive, I guess. Yeah, and he's a ball to work with. My whole first week was just me and Sebastian, and I learned so much from him. He was just endlessly curious and was always wanting to explore more options. Julianne's great. So sweet, so warm and encouraging. I would ask her questions sometimes, and it was nice to hear someone as experienced as her say, "I don't know," and be okay with that. For me as a young actor, it felt very, I don't know, validating, I guess, that I don't have to have all the answers and I can just be in the moment. And clearly it's working out for her, just like being in the moment and being open to whatever comes and whatever options or ideas come. It serves you. Each character sort of fits in a different location of New York, I guess. Like my character comes from Queens. Like at the beginning of her chapter, we're seeing her in this really kind of dingy bar in Queens, and we see Tom in his kind of warm, nerdy bookstore, and then we get to see Madeline in this like very high class, posh, elite Manhattan, and also Max kind of floats in and out of all of those worlds in a weird way. But I think with each chapter that follows a different character, we're getting to see a very specific section of New York.